sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
All right, welcome to 10 Drink Minimum. I'm Chris. We are live at Road to Riches.
As per usual, every year.
James is here. Billy hit a deer, so he's recovering from that. Billy hit a deer
as
on the
per
way
usual.
in.
Something's got to happen.
So we have our friend John Morgan. I think is that your name? Is that correct?
My name is John Morgan. I will be playing the part of Billy Belmont
Today,
for this episode.
Please correct your what do you call it when you go to a play and they're all the part of
The understudy to Billy Belmont will be played today by
John Morgan. I want to kind of talk because we were talking a little bit like right before we went on the air. We were talking a little bit about what it's like to be at a festival, and John was going into something that he hates
more than anything, really.
More than anything
I
about
think,
a festival.
The festival circuit, and definitely because this is the second day of the festival, that the Porta-Johns are already fairly full.
Yeah.
And I really genuinely wish I could get some sort of colonic irrigation prior to going to these festivals. So
what does that include? I mean, you're a nurse. You're a nurse.
You know, honestly, I don't know what I think like in the case of if it's a fancy colonic irrigation, I think they include things. I'm sure there's herbs and spices.
They're all yeah.
I'm sure there's.
Would you like a latte?
There was would you like some? Because I know they put coffee in it sometimes. So really, genuinely, if we're doing it in the hospital, generally it is just water.
So when they do the coffee, will they add a little vanilla? Because I mean, no,
totally.
I wouldn't mind farting and there's a vanilla smell.
That would actually be nice for once. Like if you're like, oh well, that's pleasant.
I mean, I'm in it. I mean, whatever you're gonna do down. I mean, you're down there already.
I just want it flushed out so I don't ever have to think about.
They're like, really? I'm like, hey, you're already down there.
Yeah, exactly. Just spread a little bit of latte down there and some vanilla scent.
You're already, the work's already being done.
Make sure the vanilla beans are organic.
Could you please? Yeah. So you went.
So I had to go already, which I'd hoped to
avoid.
I'd gone this morning.
You've only been here like one day. Man.
I know. That's what I'm saying, and I thought I could avoid it.
What are you like healthy?
No, I think like I had a carne Nevada burrito before the trip, which was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Which obviously I wasn't playing like a professional, and I deserved what happened to me.
You didn't eat any binders like cheese or anything.
No, there was not enough cheese in it.
Not enough cheese, like a wheel of cheese.
It was all like red chili, carne Nevada.
I feel like if you eat a good,
I was asking for it.
At least a half a wheel of cheese will be okay.
Yeah, half a wheel of cheese definitely.
Yeah,
and. Yeah,
not me. I'm lactose intolerant. Half wheel of cheese. I'm in that porta potty.
Oh, you're in the porta potty.
I'm locking the door, and
sure.
I'm not coming out.
Maybe if I had like a large amount of hamburger.
I'm doing the show from the Porta-John.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm like,
and it would just be the echo around.
Reporting live from the Porta-John is Chris. And I'll be all, well, there's a heavy echo in here.
People keep knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Keep wondering if I'm awake or not.
Yeah, they are calling authorities.
I actually was standing in front of a Porta-John for like a solid 10 minutes thinking someone would eventually emerge, but I think that person may be passed out.
Oh, they're dead probably. They fell in.
Oh, the one over here?
Yeah, that one like
it's
in that
broken.
corner. Is it?
So it doesn't, it's always
red? Oh,
yeah.
I just thought that guy was dead. Oh, well that's fine.
Yeah.
He just is taking a mad shit, had a heart attack.
Just left him there.
Just slipped right into it.
I'm off the clock. I don't want to work a code on my off hours. I get paid for that shit. I get paid the pump chest.
Is anyone here a nurse? Yeah, but I'm kind of on vacation.
I'm on vacay, man.
Yeah.
I'm on vacay.
There's someone. It's critical. It's critical.
Well, I'm still not clocked in. I don't,
I feel like you should have
why
a little sick.
Why buy the cow if they're giving the milk away?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're going to cut my wages if I'm just working codes outside the
someone's
business.
critically ill. Can you see what kind of insurance he has?
Yes, exactly.
Can you look at his wallet?
How much can he pay me back? Like if I do this?
Yeah.
If I'm doing it off hours. So anyway, so I had to go, and I've realized that like the degree of trepidation I have before I flip the lid is greater than any horror movie I've ever been to.
Really?
Because it's just I'm not going to enjoy this. I'm not going to enjoy this. And you flip the lid, and you're like, wasn't ready for this.
So
all.
I feel like so it's already at that level. I haven't even gone into one yet because they've
it's already close. It's like it feels like it's reaching for the rim.
And so we drove in and they're like, there's a new rule this year. All men have to pee out by a tree. And I'm like, well, that's really insane. I'm like, there's a lot of kids here.
Right.
So I hope, I'm not, because you walk around a car, you're a little drunk, and you're like, or a tree, and you go to pee. You don't know if a little kid's going to run around. You're like, ah! You have to shield yourself because you don't want to have to do this.
Suddenly you're on a list.
You're on a list somewhere. You're having to talk to your neighbors about things that you don't really want to talk about that's not to do with their tree across your, property line. And so I was, so I was like, great. But then I know what you're talking about. Like, usually by Sunday, there's like a mountain.
Yeah.
And it's
already reached. I may have gone to a very popular spot, though. I don't know.
It's above the seat.
Yeah.
There was one year, the first year Billy and I came, there was one, and it was the one that, someone had exploded in.
Yeah.
That could be the best language I could say. So anyway, I go to it. And I open the door. I go, wow, there's no line for this one. And I open it, and there's literally shit all over the walls.
Oh.
And I go, oh. So then I go, so what do? I go get a chair, so I can watch every person do the same thing.
Like when you open the door.
And I get Billy, and we get a chair. We're like, it's the last day. We're like about to pack up, and I go, well, let's go watch this. And people are like, oh. God, and you're like, yes. I could have told them. I could have warned them. Yeah. But why would I do something like that?
Exactly. Just to remind people that they're mortal, and there's.
It's like when they say your shit don't stink. It's like someone the night before had exploded in that bathroom, and it's like.
We can't hold it for 3 days? What's wrong
I know,
with
right?
you?
The fecal hoarding is not...
No.
Like, I feel like I can never fecal hoard the way I want to.
When I say exploded, I mean they missed the hole. It's everywhere but the hole.
Well, you know what it might have been is they did that thing where they, crouched forward because they were coming to, rest back.
Oh, God.
And it was just not fast enough.
The butt muscle was just not there.
Just not there.
Just not there.
It just went horizontal.
And these are the things that when you go to a festival, you have to. So these are the ugly side of the festival, right? I mean, they have a porta-john, and you're excited that there's a porta-john.
I don't know if I'm excited.
Well, I'd rather do that than shit in a hole out.
No, it's true. I very much don't want to shit in a hole. You're right.
Yeah.
I should be grateful for what I get.
And so then and also they usually have like that little dispenser where you can actually get some.
Some gel. That is also getting very low. Low tide on the gel right now.
They should do a status on the microphone. There's music behind us. They should be like, Porta-John number 3, everyone should know, is low on the hand sanitizer.
Low on the hand sanitizer.
And somebody exploded in there.
Porta-John number 5, you should just put a big X across it. You don't want to go anywhere near that.
Number 3, again, was pushed over. No, we have people talking off the mic. The podcast people can't hear that. If you want to come, you can come up and tell me. So he's saying there's closed signs on the San Mateo off-site. Oh, they're just slapped on there?
Oh, yeah, like the closed sign for the Porta-Johns, they should have one that just said it clicks on. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, yeah, a closed sign on the outside.
And it should, except in this case, it'll just say violated. And it'll be like in big like bright letters, violated.
No, I'd say brown. Brown or yellow. If you put brown or yellow, I got it.
I understand now.
Or red. Red's not good. Red's real bad.
Yeah, no. The one I actually went into up here was just a big pile of red tissue.
Now Smiley, I hope you'll excuse the question, but did you have those sunglasses on when you went in?
Yeah, because they're red.
They are red tinted.
Yeah, they actually make it harder for me to see red.
That's what I was
They filter out red.
There's that much red.
There's that much red there. Okay.
So the first year I ever came to Road to Riches, it's kind of I didn't throw up last night, but it's usually a tradition I throw up outside of my tent on Friday night. So the first year I came and I threw up outside my tent. I just leaned half my body out and just barfed.
And you're like, just like old times, baby.
But let me explain something. I was courteous about it. It was more like this. It was like. And you know, if you were by there, you knew I was throwing up, right? But if you were far away, there's no way someone was like, "Oh God, someone's sick." It was, me like really suppressing the noise, but I was still throwing up.
I understand what you mean. Like, you didn't go dramatic,
right? So then the next day, and we stupidly were over. Like the first year we came, like there was 8 porta-johns in a row, and we were not far from them. And it didn't. And everybody's like, "Oh, why are you right over here? It doesn't, it's gonna smell." But we were like right where we could see the bands from our camp,
right?
And it didn't bother me. But then like the second night, someone is in the porta-john.
Oh no! Why would you go in the porta-john to do that? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
you're exacerbating the issue at that point. If you're looking in there,
so then I'm like, really, have some manners,
Also, because it's going to echo, they're going to hear it. It's like a megaphone for your hurling.
Yeah, so that happened the first year I came. This year I took it pretty easy last night.
Do you think it's because you're getting older, or because you're pacing yourself for tonight?
Yes. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Did you guys
want to sprint to the end?
Yeah.
From here on out, it's all shots.
Did you guys notice? Like I puked 5 times over at that tree since
Today?
I've been here.
Oh, James. So we're driving in, and I thought James was fine. I'm like talking to him. I'm like having conversation. He's just kind of staring forward in the car. Then we get to Grant's and we go to pick up ice. I go in to buy ice, and I come back out, and he's just like, I'm like, hey, you want to help me with this ice? And he just kind of looks at me like, and I was like, James? And he's like, I just threw up in the trash can.
Wait, before you even got here?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Were you pre-gaming? There's a lot of pre-gaming.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessary.
That was it was just a rough day. If I'd slept through it and I wasn't in a car, I wouldn't have been throwing up.
Okay, fair enough. Were you reading while you were driving? While he
No.
was driving?
No,
that always makes me have to hurl.
I was a real chatty Catherine.
Oh, really? That's why he had to hurl? He was like, oh, this is making me fucking nauseous as fuck.
Oh, God.
And then once we got
he
here,
gives me one more anecdote.
I
Did you
threw
throw
up
up?
again.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, this is all that stuff I
Wow, that was all like prior to even getting here.
Wow.
And then later on, after we ate, I threw that up.
20 minutes ago, threw up
And
again.
then, no, I haven't.
Right,
Thankfully,
maybe
have
just
not
believe
thrown
it.
up today.
Today, you're fine, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like it was Friday was the worst day? You did 5 times on Friday?
Yep.
Wow. How many people here have thrown up a Road to
I
Riches?
have not. I don't actually throw up.
There's only 2 of us? There's only 2 of us have thrown up a Road to Riches here that are in this group right here? Okay. Fine. It's his first year.
We're
There's
not
still
gonna,
time.
we have high hopes of barf from this one over here.
Exactly.
Still
Yes.
time, man.
There's still
Still a
plenty
lot
of time.
A lot of time. So we've already floated
Game's not
a
over by a
6
long
barrel
shot.
of Monk's Ale. I want to give Monk's Ale a shout out.
Heck yeah.
They
Thank
are
you.
delicious.
They're a Monk's Corner Tap Room. They sponsored this show today.
Their burlap robes
Well, we would be
are very
drinking it during the
comfortable.
show, but we already drank it already.
It's that good.
It's that good. It was good times, man. We drank all that last night. And then I heard last night somebody came over to tell us to be quiet last night.
That seems really strange to me.
Yeah, it does
like
to me
for,
too.
For all the picking and twanging and all the rest
Right.
of it, it seems like
Yeah.
they'd be pretty good about it.
I mean, I get it. We're at an acoustic festival and we're blasting Peter Cetera at
didn't know
4
it
in
was
the
Peter
morning.
Cetera.
Oh yeah. Well, that was
That definitely. I think that may have been. Yeah, that may have been.
I mean, I
trolling,
can just see
technically.
people. They're in their tent, and all they can hear is "I am a man who will fight for you," and it's me singing it, because I'm yelling it out. We're screaming it out, like we were screaming it out. That is not a lie. That really happened.
We were pretty loud last night.
I think the best part was I'm sitting there cooking last night, and we kind of all the time put our camp away from the general population, which this year seems to be really difficult.
It gets farther and farther out
I was
every
about
year.
to say, does this seem bigger or smaller than last year?
Bigger. And all of a sudden, there's people behind us. They pull in. They have a camper, and I mean, they pull in right next to us. And I'm like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And it's not like I don't want people to be next to us. It's just I'm going to go tell them. And I immediately stop cooking, run over there, and I'm like, hi, hello. And they're like, hi, and I'm like, awesome. Anyway, we're really loud. Really loud. And the guy goes, oh, okay. And I go, no. Really loud. Till late. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's fine. You're welcome to be really loud with us. Totally fine. Just want to let you know before you park 10 feet from us to camp.
Right. No, that was good though, because that way you kind of they come in and they can't say, "Well, I didn't know they were going to be that loud."
Right.
Yeah, we have 8 different groups of people that will be coming in and out of the campsite at different times, and maybe dancing and screaming and singing.
Yeah, because once we really get into the nighttime activities, if you come over and you come to complain, it's really lost on me at that point.
No, totally.
It really is. I mean, we're at a fucking music festival. We're on the party side of the music festival. And if you want to sleep at 10 o'clock, that's great. Don't do it near here. Or
right. You're not gonna. It's not gonna succeed.
Or take some Quaaludes and just get out. Just pass the fuck out.
Well, that's a good offer though. Really, at that point.
I mean, I don't have the Quaaludes.
I don't know. I can't imagine Quaaludes being given out at this particular festival.
I think they're gone now.
Do they still make those?
No, I don't think so. But
I mean,
you're a nurse, right? Even back in the old days, I don't think they would be handing out.
What's the new Quaalude?
What is the new Quaalude? I heard about something recently called cartel candy.
Oh.
Which is apparently the cartel is taking fentanyl, which is usually a liquid form for IV, and is actually making it into a pill form.
Jesus.
And
That's not safe at all.
No, by no means. But then again, the cartel isn't necessarily known for their safety standards.
Yeah, they're like, whoa.
I mean, they're known for the beheadings.
Hey,
and
guys,
things of that nature.
OSHA could pop in here any moment. Oh my God! Clean up that liquid on the floor. Someone could have a slip and fall.
I thought roofies were the new Quaaludes.
Oh, maybe.
Because I know people that abuse those.
They're taking roofies on purpose?
Yeah.
For themselves.
Yeah.
At least they're keeping it for themselves.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah.
So that's all right then.
How was your weekend? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I may or may not have.
I woke up and
one of the tires of my car is gone.
One of the tires of my car is gone.
I may have stolen it myself. I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't know. I could have robbed a bank. I don't know.
How was my weekend?
Yeah, you tell me. I didn't end up in jail. That's a plus. That's a good day, right?
That's a rough one. If you're scanning the walls, not jail. All right, we're okay.
That's when you wake up and you have receipts in your pocket for shit you bought. You're like, what the fuck did I need that for? I don't even like pickles.
I feel like if it was receipts in my pocket, it would all be burritos. It would just be.
It would be, yeah.
It would just be a lot of burrito.
A lot
receipts.
of Taco Bell.
Yeah, exactly.
Last call. Oh.
Yeah, last call. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go to that establishment.
Really? Why?
Nope.
Do you have a personal grudge against the owners?
Yes.
Tell me the reason behind the personal grudge.
They went and tried to stop the food trucks from downtown.
Did they?
I watched, and it's not like I heard
that.
this. I saw the YouTube video with him talking in front of the city council, and he said the food trucks downtown cause problems. They just dump grease in the street, and they're just a menace.
Oh, no kidding.
So
I
will not.
You can go to hell.
Yeah, totally. I mean, the food trucks are the best part.
A vendetta against him.
I mean, and it's not like Last Call is not getting business.
Right.
They're packed every every weekend.
Well, whatever.
They do have an amazing grilled cheese sandwich, though, I will say.
Oh wow! They take two slices of bread and put butter and cheese on it, John.
Oh, trust me. Once you've had it, you'll understand.
Okay. I won't, because I won't go.
You won't go in there?
Nope.
I'll slip you a grilled cheese sandwich, and later I'll be like, "Ha! It was Last Call the whole time."
He'll be all, I got your ass, and I'll damn it.
You're like, "God damn, this is an amazing grilled cheese sandwich."
No.
I'm like, "That's right. It's Last Call, motherfucker."
And I mean, I have friends that own.
Also,
food
I didn't know about this. Actually, honestly, that genuinely upsets me because I live for the taco guy who works outside of Launchpad.
Right. Well, my friend Kiru, she owns the yellow truck.
The yellow truck?
And, so, I mean, they were trying to, and so then the city came in and was trying to, I mean, I'm all for them to be regulated, whatever, but that's fine.
Right. That's
but to get them to, this guy moves in and, is barely, this is, the first month they were open.
Right.
And I'm like,
it's not like they hadn't been there that long.
Yeah, and he's, over here trying to say, because, I get it, what he's trying to do. He's, trying to get rid of them so he gets more business.
Right.
Whatever.
But it was still that part of the culture of downtown has always been there. So
yeah.
It's who the fuck are you to come downtown and fuck with the culture that was already there?
St. Patrick's Day, stupid white people are going to come in and eat your Mexican food no matter what. I mean, it's going to happen. Whether, But yeah, she sent.
Yeah, totally.
She wanted me to speak out about it, and I was like, well, I need to know more about it. And she sent me the YouTube video, and I watched it, and I was like, what a douche.
Oh, yeah, no, seriously. At that point, if it's on film, then,
Oh, yeah. I didn't know they did that, but yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Carrie's the best.
Yeah. That asada burrito, man.
Yeah, I've had their stuff before. It was very good.
Yeah. But anyway.
I like the fact that you just call it the yellow truck. Because
I do call it the yellow truck.
I knew which one you were
talking
about.
Yeah, you go Kiru's Mexican food, and they go, I have no idea. And you go,
yellow truck.
The yellow truck. And they go,
right.
Yeah,
I've had their quesadillas. Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. She's the lady who owns this really amazing. She's from Juarez, Mexico, and loves really bad 80s hair metal bands. Like if fucking Poison and Whitesnake come here, she is at that show. Yeah. And I'm like, and I just wonder, like, did she learn English from like Poison and Whitesnake videos?
And Cinderella.
Oh God.
Warrant.
She's my cherry pie. I was
exactly.
just right going into Warrant just then. Oh God, that is amazing, and like Aussie, It's like, what kind of culture is this?
Actually, it's weird that she signed up after she listened to all that. She's like, I'm going to take a piece of this.
I should go to America.
I should go to America
right now.
Look at all these horrible men with horrible hair.
Yeah,
exploiting women.
She's watching.
I totally got to go to this.
She's watching
place.
the Motley Crue "Home Sweet Home" video.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
like,
beautiful
I should be there.
hair.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful hair.
Yeah. And she's like, "Do I want to go to New Jersey or New Mexico?"
Why are these homophobes dressed like women?
Yeah, right.
I got to go to America.
Absolutely. That is quite weird, right? Like, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, out of everything that America produces, for someone to be, yes, I will take a chunk of that.
That's where I'm going.
That's the one is rough for me to hear.
She watched Decline of the Western Civilization too, and she's like, I'm going.
Dude, if she watched that movie, that like.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I haven't seen it since I was like in junior high.
It's sweet and sad at the same time.
Everybody wanted. If you've never seen Decline of the Western Civilization Part 2, you should watch it. And it's the metal years, right?
Yeah.
So the first one was all about punk rock. Decline of the Western Civilization
like
was
the
punk rock.
hardcore
Punk
stuff.
scene. So the second one is like them talking to like all the hair metal bands, like in California, Sunset Strip, all that. And I don't even remember who the guy was. He was just like nihilistic, and he was just like, I just want to drink vodka and lay in the pool all day. And there's like a bottle of vodka just floating in the pool. And then what did Ozzy? Ozzy was like just.
I think he's in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Like all the honestly, like the.
And it does not.
The first
paint
one
them in a
has
good
like.
light.
Like some famous bands, but like the second one, it was all basically what became the whole hair metal scene, essentially.
Yeah, and all of them, like, you just at some point you're just like, oh God,
this person is garbage.
They're all just trash people. Yeah,
they're all the worst people. I think the third one's supposed to be about crust punks.
I don't even think, have they even made that? Oh,
no, that one's I think.
Oh wow, dang. So yeah, she watches that. She's like, well, I'm
down for this. This seems amazing.
I need this.
USA.
Yeah,
USA.
Right. What I love is like, okay, so then there's her, then there's the guy who owns Anatolia downtown, right?
Yeah.
Love that guy.
And his name is Umet.
I've met that guy. I think he was watching Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah,
I think that's what brought him to America.
Well, what I love about him is like
he's got his shirt way open.
He barely speaks English, but he's learning. And then you talk to him, and he's like, I love America. He's like, my favorite alcohol is Jack Daniels. And he goes, when I get my citizenship, I'm changing my name to Jack Daniels. And he's told me that story probably like 20 times. And I really think he's going to do that.
Why not?
And I can't.
That's America, man.
Yeah.
That's America.
Well,
right there.
It is, because at work, there's a guy who, like, he works on a different team, and he was, like, really messing up. And then I went to go look his name up, because we can do that. And I was like, this guy's name is Brandon Stark? What? How lucky is that? And they're like, no, he changed his name to that. And I went, this lady watched hair metal and came to the United States so that you could change your name to a Game of Thrones character?
There you go.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Is that why he's in Albuquerque? Is to be closer to George R.R. Martin?
I don't know. But he changed his name to Brandon Stark, and I'm like, that's not even the character I would want to change my name to.
No, truly, because isn't he the dad? Doesn't he go down early?
No, Brandon Stark is the youngest, not the youngest son. He's one of the sons that got crippled.
He's a cripple.
Oh, right. Yeah, that is a strange choice.
I don't know, man.
Maybe
it's
because
like,
he's mystic. He can see things. Like,
I guess. I don't know. And it's like that made me think. I was like, when I was that age, what character would I have changed? Would I have been like, hi, I'm He-Man? How are you? I don't know what character I would name. I would change my name to from movie like
Sailor Moon. Yeah.
Oh.
Tuxedo.
My name was already James Smiley. But
Right.
Yeah,
what
truly.
am I
You
gonna
already
change it to?
sound like a you. Actually, I already think you're a cartoon character. Honestly, like there are times I doubt your actual.
Oh, my favorite part of that is I'll go Smiley and they'll go, you guys call him Smiley, and I always act like I'm just like pissed. I'm like, yeah, that's his name.
That's his name, man.
James Smiley. It's all feign. It's all I'm not. I'm doing that.
Yeah, Smiley. Smiley makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But like
You
Brandon
could tell me any
Stark,
absurd story about Smiley, and I'd be like, I believe it.
So that made me think, like, what character would I be, like, when I was in the high school, like, college age? What age would you, 18 18 years old. You could change your name. It's like, yeah, I'm Forrest Gump. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, it's like if it had to be like a movie. I'm trying to think of like the movies I love the best at that time frame.
Brandon Stark. I was like, wow,
actually, I probably would be George Smiley, actually.
George.
Oh, nice.
Like from Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I watched that a lot when I was in high school.
Smiley's People. Love that series.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So you and I would actually have the same last name if that was true. That would have been nice.
Oh, weird. And then it'd be like, they don't even look alike. I'll be all, I know.
I know. It's just
Twins?
strange. It's like twins.
It's like
identical.
Exactly. I have news on that.
About Schwarzenegger and DeVito's twins.
Yep, and they're doing. They just brought up twins for the people who aren't on the podcast listening. So there's the movie Twins with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. A story came out last week. Don't know if it's true. Someone could probably write in and say it's false. They're supposedly making a sequel, and the third person. That's who it is. Eddie Murphy.
I like when they wait for the sequel once everyone's forgotten the movie.
Yeah, and everybody's like, wait, what?
30 years later, they're
but
like,
that seems to be the case now.
Like anything can have a sequel now? Or?
Yeah.
24 Jump Street?
Eddie Murphy as the...
I don't know why 21 Jump Street worked, but it did. So who knows?
If you've never seen 21 and 22 Jump Street...
They're amazing. They're really genuinely
so
funny.
And
but irrationally funny. Because it doesn't make any sense that worked.
Yes.
How many,
And they did the right formula. They're like, you know what? Let's just not even give a fuck about this whatsoever.
It would have been hilarious if they tried to make it serious. Actually, could you imagine? Because it was so serious. Like in the TV show was so earnest.
Oh yeah.
It was like a bunch of 30-year-olds walking around a high school, being like, "Hey man, don't do drugs.
Hey,
that's really
you're getting a little too undercover.
We're gonna get you 30-year-olds undercover in this high school."
Yeah.
And they played it completely seriously.
If you've never seen 21, you have to watch. They're so good. Those two guys, Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill.
But don't watch the TV show because it's atrocious.
It's atrocious. The TV show is so bad. It's like the one time they were like, let's choose this TV show. And everybody's like, that TV show? And then they make this amazing thing out of it. And you're like, oh, all right, never mind. And I'll tell people to watch it. And they're like, oh, really?
Actually, you did that with me. We're like, we're going to watch 22 Jump Street. And I'm like, well, I think I'm going to go. And you're like, no, sit your ass down and watch it.
It's really good.
And it was, I felt overwhelmed by the amount of shock I had.
Yeah,
I was actually enjoying it.
Yes. Rob Riggle's in it. He's so funny. He's all, in the second one, I'm his bitch. You're not my bitch. Yes, I am. He does me every night.
And Ice Cube is actually funny in it?
Yes. The angry black, captain.
Yeah.
He's just always brr. And then Jonah Hill dates his daughter, and that's a whole fun.
That whole scene is great. So, yeah.
I love those movies. I want more of that, but it's like Brandon Stark.
Brandon Stark
That's
is a
the
strange
character
choice.
you picked.
What about you?
From Game of Thrones or in general?
No, just in general. Like go back to your 18-year-old self and be
I'm trying to think, man.
What character are you the most obsessed about that you're going to name yourself?
God, when I was 18 years old, I was in college. Let's see. It's I'm William Wallace.
With Braveheart?
Yeah, Braveheart. I was huge into Braveheart, yeah. And everybody be that's interesting. Yeah. That's really my name.
Just
yeah.
Freedom.
And then it'd be like, what? And I'd be all, I am Wallace. I would just yell it out.
They can take our wives.
Yeah. You can take my beer, but you cannot take my freedom.
And Smiley, how about you? For 18, what would your 18-year-old self have chosen for the name change?
I wouldn't have.
For a character, though. What character were you obsessed about?
You had to.
If I was forced to change my name from my
for your amazing name, yes. Just work with us here. Do the hypotheticals.
At 18, I thought I was
Jim
the most
Jones.
amazing person in the world.
John Jones. Jim Jones.
Magnus Beaumont.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
That's a good fictional name. I like it.
That's a great fictional name. I don't know Magnus Beaumont. Who is that?
I don't know that either. What's that
What
from?
character is that from? Is it?
Oh, it had to be a real character?
Yeah, like that you were watching. Because in this case, Brandon Stark is a character on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, what were you watching when you were 18?
I was dying to know who this character from a book or movie was. Magnus Beaumont. I gotta watch
Magnus
this.
Beaumont. What book is that? Yeah.
I just made that up.
Or no, you have to come up with a character that you were obsessed about as a kid.
At 18. At 18
specifically.
Because there's the guy who changed his name to Sergeant Optimus Prime.
Sergeant Optimus.
Yeah,
did he add the sergeant and sergeant is
No, he was
name?
in the military.
He was already in the military.
So they're like Sergeant Optimus Prime.
And then he gets demoted, and he's like Corporal Optimus Prime,
like,
and it's
well,
like, oh, damn it, this does not sound as
Private
good.
First Class Optimus Prime.
Private First Class Optimus Prime, please step forward.
Yeah. And you know that like his boss was like Optimus Prime.
Optimus, I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Oh, Optimus. No, tell me. Optimus, I have some bad news for you.
Yeah.
You're dead. Your father is dead,
Yeah.
Optimus. So sorry.
Rodimus Prime is in the grave.
Mr. Prime passed away at 3 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Optimus.
Yeah. His what are the heart spark?
Maybe he's Optimus Prime Senior. He's actually Optimus Prime
His
Junior.
heart spark has darkened. I'm sorry.
Oh.
All right.
All spark. That's what it's
Allspark?
called. All spark. Sorry.
At 18.
Yes.
At 18, I'm pretty sure the fictional character that I liked the most and liked the name of the most was Nicholas J. Wolfwood.
What's that from?
Yeah, what's that from?
Trigun.
Oh shit! Oh yes,
going
yes.
straight anime. That's cool.
Okay.
I get that.
All right.
Now, is he the lead in Trigun?
No.
He was the
That's
preacher.
Vash
Was he the
Stamp-
preacher? The
Yeah,
one
he's
with
the
the giant
preacher.
cross gun?
Vash the Stampede was the lead.
The
okay.
Punisher.
And he was the guy that had the cross that would pop out guns and fire at people.
Right. In
'Cause it's
proper
an
anime fashion.
Because it's an anime, yeah. That happens. But yeah.
You pushed me. That's I.
No.
that's what I
I'm
came
glad
up
to hear
with.
it.
That's
Actually,
a
I'm
good
glad
one.
to know that.
He wasn't until later in the series, though.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's right. Actually, I only really remember those two from that.
Vash the Stampede, man.
Vash Stampede and Nicholas
Was
J.
it early
Wolfwood.
on? It seemed early on to me. It seemed like
No. They're saying obviously that he wasn't an initial character, but he was.
he was pretty early on.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's a good one. I like that. That's a good answer.
That's fairly.
Trigun is a great.
Were you a big anime kid? I mean, you may be a big anime kid now, but like.
Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't have friends growing up. I was homeschooled.
Oh.
My friends
say
were
no
the
more.
TV. Mom, my friend is dead. We need a new friend. They had to go buy a new TV.
It was just a DVD set. They're like, here's your new friend now, James Smiley.
I always worry about bringing James out to this because he might have like PTSD from when he was growing up.
What? Did you grow up in the middle of nowhere?
No, but they would.
No, I grew up in Arkansas.
But I mean, your mom would be
Did
like,
you really? You
but
have more weird angles to you,
Right?
James Smiley.
But it's a very like known thing on the show that James's mom would be like, "Hey, we're gonna go camping," and that meant like she'd lost her job and then
Oh yeah.
they're homeless again.
She meant urban camping?
That's oh yeah, I always loved doing that joke with my mom to this day. Camping again, Mom? Do you mean we're homeless? No.
We're just
that's
going to
not.
sleep out of our car for a
That's
little
not.
while. It's
Yes.
fine.
So we're homeless again, Mom? No. So I'm just gonna do my algebra out of the back of the van. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's
Wow.
fun. It's fun. This is gonna be
How
fun,
often did you go
kids.
camping as a kid?
A lot. No.
Was it a lot of camping?
It was a lot of camping.
Wow.
I feel like we're both interviewing James at this moment.
No, I feel so. Honestly, I could do this all day, honestly.
Yeah.
There are depths to plumb.
Yeah, I think
Is it more than double digits that you went camping as a child? Is it triple digits that you went camping as a child?
I prefer to think of it as years and sections.
Yeah.
As chapters, one might say, to the great novel that is James Smiley.
Like I used to live with my mom in a van,
Down by the
literally
river.
down by a river,
Literally.
Placitas. We would drive out of
wow.
Albuquerque and park our van in Placitas, and we drive back, and she'd park in the UNM parking lot, and she'd go to work,
Oh,
and
wow.
I'd do my homework.
Now, when you say you were homeschooled, do you mean you studied in the back of a van?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, fair enough.
Okay.
I had,
Where was your brother? Where was your brother all this
She-
time?
he was stealing drugs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fair enough.
Because
So
Stealing or dealing?
As supplemental
Dealing.
income or like his main
Oh.
source of income?
main source of income.
Was he good at his job?
Oh, Matthew? Yes.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, he was really good.
I like how he uses his first name. It's like Matthew. Of course he was.
No,
How
Matt,
stupid are
Like,
you?
versus Terrence, your
Yeah.
other brother. Matthew, amazing. Terrence could not make a dime on the street.
well, no. It's the thing is, I don't know. I just assume everyone knows my brother because
No, we
was
don't.
he was
Because
really,
he
We,
dealt
we
drugs
know
to
we
all
know
of them.
that we know that you guys
Yeah.
used to make out.
Well, yeah, just for money though.
No, that's understandable. Wait, but I thought he was good at making money. Why did he
Not
have
on
to
the
make-
street, but on camera.
Oh, on camera.
No.
Yeah, no, for pictures.
For pictures.
Oh, for the pictures, like the movies.
No. Like
I want to be in pictures.
We'll put you in the pictures, lad.
There-
You'll be
see
famous.
Now? I'm gonna.
You're gonna be big someday, kid.
specifically, there was a fall crawl that we were at,
And
me and Matt had managed to have run up like a $300 bill. That
Oh, here we go.
We had no money for.
Oh, you drink?
Now, how old were you at this moment? Was this last year? How
20.
far back is
I think it was 22, maybe
this?
23.
Okay.
That would make my brother 28, maybe 29.
Okay. All right. Please continue.
And I was like, Matt, you're paying this, right? Because I don't have this kind of money.
And because you're a successful
And
drug
he
dealer.
goes, sorry, son, the drug selling business is really slow right now.
Ever since the Methodists came to town, no one's buying drugs anymore.
Right.
No, and he was like, no, I can't. I don't have any money at all.
All I have is this crack, and everybody wants the meth.
Everyone's meth
And I was like, what are we gonna do? He's like, I convinced these two old dudes to photograph us making out for $300. That should cover our bill.
Wow.
I was like,
the majority of your bill, and the rest you'll do dishes.
I was like, no shit. That's fucking awesome. And then like I have a
And
picture.
these two, like, where were you
Was
at
that
the time?
Anodyne?
Anodyne.
So wait, how the fuck did he go up to a couple of dudes in Anodyne and like put this
And-
proposition to him? He
We're-
was a good
And
salesman.
we're
how
I
did
both-
you drink
say.
$300
I'm
worth of
deeply
liquor?
convinced now at your brother's salesman capacity.
Well, hold on. And I want to know how you drank $300 worth
Fucking
of alcohol at
impressive.
Anodyne. I buy like 3 drinks, and they're so fucking
No,
heavy.
seriously, like,
I'm hammered,
those
man.
guys
I'm
are
like, whoa,
like got
Jesus
some
Christ.
serious heavy pours there.
They're like, my hands are so heavy. Let me pour
Were you
this
buying the Cavassier
Right?
I don't know.
by the glassful?
I was 22, so it was
I
sort
feel like
of
this
new
was
to
a
it.
setup.
No, it was all Long Island iced teas, like
Right.
nonstop. It was all like really.
No, I
really
would like Long
expensive
Island
cocktails.
iced tea, all
Simbucan
top shelf
sodas.
alcohol.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Cavassier and Cokes.
I wouldn't. I
Jesus.
wouldn't even know what that was back then. But anyway, all it took was just like a little photo shoot.
It was just a little photo shoot.
Oh my god.
No, but I think we need to go. Like, let's
I
not
feel
go
like-
too
I feel like
fast.
we're about to
I think
open
we should
some
slow
memories.
this down a little bit. Let's
Yeah.
put this in the first gear and just go slowly.
Yeah.
So,
was
did
in
you go back to
Anodyne.
someone's house?
No,
Yeah.
it was in Anodyne.
You were in Anodyne.
In the
Okay.
bathroom?
and they paid our
In the
bill.
bathroom or not in the bathroom? Was it near the tables?
Yeah.
Was one of you sitting on the pool tables when
Who
this
had their
happened?
shirt off?
It was kind of like all over the place.
Was it kind of all over the place? All right. So it was in various. Was it during the daytime or nighttime?
No,
Was it still light out?
No, it was a fall crawl.
Okay.
Oh, I
It was,
remember, yeah.
it was an alibi fall crawl.
That's why those stopped.
If that didn't shut that shit down, I don't know what.
Well, some pictures have surfaced.
So pictures have surfaced. A couple
didn't even
fraternal gentlemen.
And they're like, did they take it with?
making out.
And they're like, did they take it with their camera phone? And they're like, what's that?
It's just
Nope.
scroll.
Yeah,
Oh no, scroll. Oh no.
They actually had to have a camera, right?
Did they have a camera with them? Was it like a regular camera? Was it just their phones?
No, it was a regular
It
camera.
was a regular camera.
That was too long ago for camera phones.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Actually,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay. So that
They had the
makes
Kodak disposable.
sense. It's just.
They sent they sent us the pictures though.
Oh, that's nice.
They had to have a friend develop those.
Yeah, did they have to take them down to? Is it so far back that they had to send them to the development booth,
Yeah.
like the 1 hour photo development booth?
Yeah, that's where you took your photos.
I didn't
Yeah.
know. You seem young, Smiley. I wasn't sure how far back this went.
Yeah.
All right. And so, how long did the makeout session last for?
Until they told us to stop.
Which was 4
Was that-
hours later.
Was that longer than an hour?
Yeah.
Was it bigger than a bread box?
I was drunk.
Was it bigger than the baby's arm?
No,
I
you're right.
think-
Time does go by faster.
Yeah.
I think it was just like
if
one
you're at effect
smooch.
sober, you
I
realize
just want to
that.
know what was happening in the background of this. People are like, what's going on here? Why are those guys making out?
Why are those guys making out? And why are
you
those
can
other
see the
guys
photos.
like taking
Yeah.
photos?
Aren't they brothers?
Anyway, so did they give you did they have the $300 on them?
Yeah, they paid our bar bill,
Huh?
Amazing.
Fair enough, man.
That seems fair to me.
Fair
and
enough.
it was like really huge. It was
I've done some crazy shit for money, I don't
something
know.
dollars, and I was like, Matthew, are we gonna go to jail?
Yeah.
No, but after having heard this, someone should have gone to jail. I feel
Yeah.
like it's only reasonable that
Yeah.
someone had gone to jail.
I feel like that. You look really young for your age now. I feel like at the age. How old are you at this point?
You said 22.
22.
Oh, I think they thought you were underage, and they were.
Oh yeah, it looked
I
like I was
feel that
12.
they deserve to be in jail just for the moment.
Jesus.
They probably are on some form of list right now.
I couldn't even like grow facial hair.
I feel like I'm gonna go to Vegas and like you're walking down the street and they like hand you like the things that just have porn on them, and I'll see James and his brother and I'll be like, whoa, Jesus Christ,
hey, that's not okay.
I feel like that's gonna pop up somewhere.
Wasn't there like a movie with like about a guy like propositioning a couple that he sleep with a woman?
Indecent Proposal, Robert Redford. Yeah.
They should have just made it the movie about that moment, and I would have watched that movie multiple times by now.
Yeah.
Just
it was pretty
sordid
funny.
And fascinating.
It was pretty funny. Huh.
Right? Okay, but you have to buy us more drinks.
Oh.
Well, there you go. Now we get the rub. Now we get the rub. Yeah.
I think the rub came later, honestly.
Okay. Agreed. Wow, we really delved deep into the psyche of James Smiley on that. And I don't know
there is no hitting the depths there.
I don't think I can come back from that.
Oh man, you should see what my biography looks like. This is just.
I just want to know when your biography is coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't stopped living yet.
I don't think it works that way. You can go. They can come out early.
You guys buy
They
one.
can come in several volumes. Like look at there's the Lyndon B. Johnson one. There's like 6 volumes or something like that. You can start. You can start cranking them out early.
Oh yeah,
honestly, I feel like James Smiley, birth to 5,
the early years
would probably be packed anyway.
That's boring.
We'll see.
That was boring.
Birth to 10. Right, birth to 10. Oh.
I just like yesterday. I just like, can you help me with this ice? He's like, sorry, I just threw up. What? And I was like, did you drink last? And I'm like, don't worry, never answer that. Stupid me. Just me being a dumbass.
You don't know that for sure. He might have eaten some old tuna fish. It might have been.
He might have eaten some stuff out of the trash again. Right? Because that was what?
I'm never going to leave.
A month ago? That was a month ago?
Yeah.
Smiley ate
All right,
chicken
let's
wings.
go way back to this incident, shall we?
Oh, we already talked about this show. So Smiley ate chicken wings out of the trash, and he got botulism.
Well, that's only reasonable. But, so how, who's trash, though? That's
his own.
My trash. I just changed my mind.
Was it at the top, or did you have to go down a level?
Well,
I'm sorry. No, this was already happened. I don't want to repeat for your listeners.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to listen to it myself.
Yeah.
I just changed my mind.
I just couldn't believe. I couldn't believe that.
I was like, no, dude.
I've done that actually. I've thrown away tortillas and been like, I don't have anything to put on.
I'm just worried that is a special strain of botulism. Because I didn't think botulism could take this guy down.
Botulism, if it was botulism, botulism can be fatal. So.
Yeah, I couldn't move my left hand correctly for like a month.
I was like, how much hard alcohol? He has so much hard alcohol in his bloodstream. It should have killed some of that shit. Right?
I don't think it works as a preservative, I gotta say.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. First of all, I was like, fuck, I haven't heard the word botulism.
Maybe if he swam in it, it would be a preservative, so he would be pickles.
I think the last time I ever heard the word botulism, I was a kid, and my mom's like, don't get the dented can. That's got botulism. And I was like, okay.
I'm trying to think the last time I heard botulism. Actually, no, it was actually in nursing school, actually. I think that they were talking about botulism.
Do a lot of people come into the hospital with botulism?
Not a ton.
No.
Not a ton. Pretty rare.
No, they don't.
So when you're filling out the thing at the hospital...
Wait, when you're...
They're like, did you eat anything weird? And you're like, well, out of the trash. And they're okay,
let's... outside of the old chicken wings out of the trash?
Let's explore that. Let's
go back to that.
Because I've talked to a lot of people.
I think actually he hit it in the middle somewhere. Yeah. Like he was like, well, I had some Cheerios.
Yeah.
I had a couple of slices of picca.
I had some chicken out of the trash.
And then I don't know. I had like a nice flank steak. It was very good.
Well, see, I've talked to doctors. I've talked to nurses. But the person I've ever talked to that was just interesting were the people that actually check people into the hospital.
Oh no, it's a good job.
And so I had a friend that I worked with, and when I was in college, I worked at a Pizza Hut, and I was a manager. So people would moonlight there. And this guy, he was in the military. He was the dude that checked people into the hospital. And so of course I was like, "Oh, do you have some crazy stories?" He goes, "Oh yeah." He's like, "One time I came in, and this guy is laying on his side, and he has a sheet over his midsection." And so I'm asking him question, name, all that. So what happened here? And he's like, well, I was in the shower.
Oh.
And I slipped.
This is all.
And I fell out of the shower right on the plunger.
Right. Yeah. That's actually pretty
And
common,
I don't mean
honestly.
it hit him in the side. So really, the real truth, what happened is he'd stuck the plunger to the floor,
Right. Like
and then put it up his ass, and he was masturbating, and he slipped,
right.
and it punctured his stomach.
Right.
And I was like, oh god.
Yeah. All that's fairly deadly. You get yourself some.
And then,
serious
so then he was like telling me, he's like, there's a lot of women that come in, and they have bottles stuck in them.
Right.
And I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, they'll masturbate with a bottle, and air. There's no, and so no flared bait. Well, that's not that. So it's as they're masturbating, the air comes in and out of the bottle, and sooner or later
creates
a vacuum, sticks. And so then he's like, yeah, what they have to do is, he's like, the procedure is they have to drill a hole in the bottle, and then the air
Release
gets
the
in
air.
there, and then
Release
it kind of
the
slows.
pressure.
And I was like, I don't know what fucking trips me out worse is like that it happens, or that there's a procedure. Because it happens so much.
often that like there has to be.
That you have to have a drill to someone's
like,
pelvis.
Good lord!
Actually, I'm just curious to know, like, if they're like, if they have like, what do you call it, like sanitized drill bits, like like ones that have already,
Yeah. They're like, well, we got a bottle situation again.
Get the drill out.
Okay, get the kit.
It's still running from. It's still warm from the last one.
So, John, you're a nurse.
I feel
do you have anything like that? I mean,
I work in the ICU.
Oh, okay.
So for me, usually all the really intense, like stuff like that. Actually, honestly, that's all pretty quick fix stuff.
Okay.
So usually someone has harmed themselves so much.
Oh yeah.
Like before I get a hold of them.
Yeah.
So usually a lot of
people put a lot of shit in their ass,
yeah,
right? Like stuff up their butt.
You're the person I drop off, like the people I can't deal with. Like if I was like EMT, I'm like,
So
that's yours now.
If they go to the ER and they're
like,
well, we can't fix this, they go upstairs to us.
Oh.
I made him alive this long.
Yeah.
Your turn.
So
I was just like, oh god. I was like, oh man. And he's like, oh yeah. He's like, stuff like that happened all the time. People are always putting things in their ass.
Actually,
like,
honestly, I think like self-serve should somehow find a commercial in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this to yourself.
Don't put a bottle up yourself. We have dildos.
We have really nice stuff that you can put up there instead.
Yeah. A dildo.
For God's sakes, treat yourself nicer than that. You do not want to have a doctor or a tech, God forbid, like you have a tech leaning over you with a drill, just like to get that out of you.
But then they're just like routine about it. Budweiser. Oh, no, all right. Yeah, okay.
This shouldn't take much time.
Oh, Budweiser has new bottles, huh? That's new. That's different. Interesting. How are the ridges? Fair enough. Anyway, so what do you guys want for lunch today?
Yeah, exactly. No, the casualness would truly destroy the moment for you.
Yeah, right.
All the more awkward.
Because that is what it is. I mean, after a while, it's a job.
Right. Yeah. Like, and honestly, it probably is. It's like, Carl, do you want to do the bottle in number 10?
Yeah.
Because I got like his lady over here is dying. Can you just take care of that for me?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. That's.
Yeah. You know how the drill works, right?
You know how the drill works, right?
Yeah.
Do you know where the sanitary drill bits are? Okay.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just release. Yeah. There you go. And also, like, somebody's going to have to be trained on that. Sorry, so you put the drill bit in.
Yeah.
No, you make sure you stay sterile.
Yeah, they are going to
shit on you. Make sure it's a sterile covering. Okay.
There will be shit all over.
And then, okay.
Once the pressure releases, it might just shoot right out.
How often do you go home and there's, like, blood all over you?
None. Never.
Never?
Like, I mean, like, definitely stuff will hit you, but you always usually change there. And,
oh, okay.
I always actually, like, wipe my shoes with, like, Clorox wipes. And things like that, just because I'll track through things.
What is one thing that people would never know about being a nurse?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, like, there's a ton of it. Like, that's a hard question. I think the degree to which part of the job is being both empathetic and completely desensitized.
Yeah.
Because you're going to do a lot of things to people they don't want you to do.
Oh, yeah.
That's, like, you still have to go through with. So you can't really be skittish. You just have to be kind of like, this is going to suck, and we're going to do this. And then you do it. Yeah. And that's, like, the part that I think, like, kind of makes or breaks the nurse.
Okay. Interesting.
That's actually, like, the one summer that I did EMT. That's what I said all the time.
Right.
This is going to hurt.
Right, because there's a ton of just really unpleasant things that you have to do to someone in order to save their life. And
this is going to be really
you don't get to be like, I know this is really
minutes.
uncomfortable, so I'm going to let you go. Like, it's like, this is still happening.
I'm sorry. I'm the only person you have to talk to. This is going to hurt.
Wow.
Yeah. Where, and so, It's just kind of how it's at. Yeah.
What's a stereotype about nursing that you hate?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, like, I think the problem.
Besides the outfit.
No, actually, honestly, I think. Actually, you have no idea. Like, we have to wear white scrub tops where I work, and I hate them. Also, it doesn't make any sense for my job for me to have a white scrub top.
Well,
Just to
well,
make
no,
you
I'm
look
just talking
more
about
macabre?
I'm just talking about
I think it's more just. I think so that way they can spot us from afar.
for Halloween
But
they'll have like sexy nurse, and you're like, no one is dressed
no,
like that.
no one is dressing as
No
a
one-
male sexy nurse.
No, I'm
There's
talking about
no
like
such, I think that hurts my feelings that there's no such thing as a hot male sexy nurse costume.
yeah, but even the
They're
female,
like,
the
we all
female
know that's
sexy
not
nurse
happening.
costume, they haven't worn that for like.
No, they haven't. Although my grandmother, who's a nurse, wore those kind of hats.
Oh,
and
really?
such, you know, but she was hard as nails, so she
Oh, wow.
definitely wasn't showing up as a sexy nurse. Trying to think. I think like what genuinely bothers me is I feel bad for ER nurses. I think they get a lot of shit
Yeah.
because essentially people have a hard time understanding the concept of triage. The idea that the person who is dying gets seen first.
Yeah, of course.
And so every time you're waiting for 3-4 hours, I mean, that does suck, and I'm
Yeah.
sorry you were bored.
Yeah.
But someone was dying at that time, and that's the reason you weren't being seen.
But I came in for my gout.
I
See,
know, right?
yeah,
Yeah, totally. You're like, but you're breathing.
And it's
this
weird-
guy $2 down is not.
Right,
So
so
they get seen first.
My job is weirdly the same. It just doesn't deal with people.
Right,
it's like
right.
it's like they'll call and they'll be like, "Well, my Outlook is bad," and I'll be like, "This guy's computer is completely down. He's like, he can't do anything." You know, and then
Yeah.
they're like, "Well, yeah, but I
But I have all these
I don't
pop-ups."
like how the columns look on my Outlook."
Right, no, exactly.
No, this guy has completely. You know, I mean, yours deals with death, mine does not. But you know, that's.
But yeah, they get a lot of shit for people kind of like, it took
Yeah.
them forever to get me water. And you know, and
Yeah.
like I'm kind of
Yes.
like,
Oh, I
like the
totally-
perspective is rough for me, knowing
Yes.
the way, knowing what I
Yeah.
do.
Well, triage is the hardest part of like healthcare.
No, totally. Like, but
Because
triage
you're
is
like-
everything.
Well, guess what? You're not important enough.
And I'm sorry you showed up 4 hours ago, but unfortunately, the guy having the heart attack just showed up, and
Yeah.
he goes next.
My
Yeah.
brain's falling out. Well, you're dead.
No, that's true. Actually,
Let
yeah.
me just
Yeah.
go
The
on
guy-
to this
The guy
person.
who's past all possible help
Yeah.
is yeah,
Yeah,
may
you're
have to be
yelling
pushed
at me,
aside, yeah.
but you're
Interesting.
dead. Sorry,
Yeah.
dude.
This
I
is
can't.
like- this will get morbid quick. The more you ask me these questions.
Oh, I know. What is something like? What is a day where you go home and you're actually like, okay, cool, that was a good
No,
day.
there's lovely days. There's days
Yeah.
where like you show up, everybody
Yeah.
gets a little better, you go home.
You fix somebody.
You like sometimes you do. Sometimes like you're
Yeah.
like kind of like the things turn the corner, and suddenly someone who looked like he wasn't going to make it is going to make it. And you're like,
That's gotta
and
be
you're
a
like
good day.
kicking in the doors on the way home. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
motherfucker, right here. That's where it's
Yeah.
at.
And do
you know.
people watch too many like TV shows about?
You know,
nursing?
honestly, like the actually Scrubs is not that bad because they hang
Yeah.
around and they talk a lot of shit. That's actually true.
Oh yeah,
We do hang around and talk a lot of shit.
IT people, we do as well. About you.
Yes, exactly right.
Lots and lots of shit about you.
That's exactly. Yeah, so there's a lot of that, which is very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, there's tons of it. There's like
Yeah.
there's tons of things that like
Interesting. What is the one like call that you get and you're like, ugh?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I like.
I know what mine is.
What was that?
Suicide prevention.
Oh.
Oh,
For an EMT call, that is like the worst thing you can get.
why would they call you for suicide prevention? Are you supposed to bring them in?
You're supposed to keep them from killing themselves. It's really annoying.
So like basically, someone says,
James is all, "It's my
I'm
break
I'm gonna
time."
shoot myself. Their family member calls, like the ambulance service.
No, sometimes they call themselves.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I'm afraid I'm
Yeah.
going to kill myself, so therefore
Yeah.
I need someone to show up and hang out with me. Because you have to
Exactly.
bring them in. Your job is to bring them in.
Yes,
'Cause-
if they're going to hurt themselves.
Yeah.
right. So you have to do the
Or-
whole question.
or-
do you have a means of hurting yourself? Do you have a plan? Blah blah blah.
I
Do
had,
you have it written out? What font?
this
Oh,
is,
is that APA Chicago?
That's serious. That's a serious plan.
this
wow.
is the weirdest one I had to do.
Okay, let's dial it back.
There was a
little bit.
diabetic who refused to give himself insulin and was going to eat a cake in front of me, and I just had to talk to him.
And you have to talk them down. You're like, it's not worth it, Trey.
Put the
It's
fork
I'm-
down,
not
man.
worth it. It's not worth it.
I am not making
That's
this
not even
up.
good
You have your whole
frosting.
life ahead
That
of
is
you.
not even good frosting, man.
It's like you don't want to go that way.
Yeah, man.
That
Not
was-
with that cheap sheet cake. Not like
that's
that.
not even German chocolate, bro.
that was one of the points when I was like, I don't think this is a job for me.
Wow.
I'm
Actually,
like,
honestly,
I don't
that would
think
have been
if
the
I
day I
can
went
do
home
this.
like, that's the job for me.
Yes.
How would you not
I
want
was
to be
like,
at that job?
just don't eat the cake. Seriously, dude. Just
You start eating it for him. You're like, I'll stop you.
that was most of my shift. It was like 4.5 hours.
Who'd you work for? Anyway?
Don't eat the cake.
Who'd you work for?
Albuquerque Albions.
Okay, you did work for AAS for a little while. How long did you work for him?
Almost a year.
Oh, okay.
So, so do you guys get frequent flyers like they get frequent flyers?
Oh yeah. But I mean, like for us, it's it's
Well,
a
for
little
that,
more,
that's
it's a little
term.
more depressing.
That's the term, right?
Yeah,
A
frequent.
lot of
we definitely have frequent
EMTs will
flyers.
get what they call frequent flyers. You could guess it's people that constantly are getting the ambulance called on them. What was that noise?
That was a hummingbird.
Oh, nice. No. They have
No, they have. Well, it's worse. It's worse with the ambulance services because
Yeah.
it sometimes can be really frivolous.
Yeah.
Like people will believe that like if they call the ambulance, they'll be seen first.
yeah.
And so they'll call the ambulance fairly regularly. And those are a lot worse. In my case, like if I'm seeing someone frequently in the ICU, it's because their chances are horrible.
Yeah.
And like in each time it's progressively worse.
They have like a chronic issue.
They have like a
that's-
chronic
that's
health
going
issue
on.
that's
Yeah.
like that they're
Yeah.
failing to take care of.
See, we have in our industry what we call technochondriacs.
Oh, I believe that in a heartbeat.
It's a real thing. And so you'll get these people that we get a lot of frequent flyers as well. Like I was telling my friend Roger, I was like, he works at the same place I do, and I was like, yeah, we have a guy who put in 22 IT tickets in 1 month. And he goes, I've been here 10 years, and I've put in maybe 3 the entire time. and you get these people that any little thing can happen.
It's blipped. It blipped. I swear it blipped.
I mean, it's like a fucking computer.
Yeah.
It took an extra 30 seconds to start up. I'm going to
It's-
call.
did they
I'm calling
Did
in.
they call you? It seems a little hot to me. Does it seem a little hot to you?
Yes, that is a big one. They're like, do you hear that?
Do you hear that?
I'm
right,
like-
right there. It just happened.
No, I didn't hear that. You didn't hear that? No, I didn't hear that. Well, okay. Well,
Do you go to a lot of loud concerts? Is that it? Is
And,
that why you don't hear it?
and I get this a lot. There's certain phrases that really, really fucking light us up and piss us off. One of them is, well, it's been running really slow lately. Well, what has? Everything. Awesome, thank you. Since you guys sent out that update, what? When did I work? When did I start working for Microsoft?
Very centralized.
Yeah, there's that one.
Just
Or the one thing you can tell someone who works on your computer that will really, and every one of them I've ever asked, we all hate this the same.
Yeah.
Well, it worked great until you looked at it.
Uh,
Huh. So you just had a working good computer and you brought it in here for no fucking reason, and I broke it. I apologize.
actually,
What
you
an
know,
asshole
like,
I am.
Now that you bring it up, actually, there is something that I can't stand to hear.
Yeah.
And that's, but I'm a good person.
Oh.
Oh, and that drives me crazy because I'm like, it's not a system of justice. Illness
No.
is not a system
No.
of justice.
It just is.
There is no God who's like, well,
No.
he's a piece of shit. He gets ill now.
But everybody thinks that. Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
And also, it also means that they think that all my other patients who are sick are pieces of shit.
Right.
So that they should be somehow immune to anything happening.
You know what
to
I would
them.
answer that with?
Ever.
Here's what I would answer that with. You may be a good person, but you make bad choices. And I'd just walk away. And they'd be like,
It just,
no, he probably cannot.
Like me walking in with botulism. How did this
I think in
happen?
the case of you, Smiley, that would be a perfectly reasonable thing to say. But you make bad choices, Smiley.
I ate
You may be a
chicken
good person, but
out
you
of the
made some bad choices.
You made
trash.
some bad choices. You're a good person, Smiley. It's your choices.
There's a lot of good people
They're
who don't. I'd
they're
be
of
like,
a rare quality.
there's a
of
lot of
bad.
good people who don't exercise on the regular. Just saying, fella. No.
Or the other one is, but I've never been sick before.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, well, that doesn't happen indefinitely. You know, like,
I learned that one.
right?
My favorite
I've
is.
eaten chicken out of the trash before.
Yeah.
It's never happened to me.
My favorite
I've gone
one.
back to the trash before.
No, we'll get this one. I'll be like, the guy will be like, yeah. I'll be like, you're on the disconnect list because you have software that's outdated. Oh, well, and your computer's 10 years old. You should probably get rid of it. Well, it runs really good. I mean, it's slow. It's really slow. Actually, can you look at it? It's really slow. But other than that, it's a really good computer.
Make it work like new again.
Well, it's 10 years old. Well, that's not that bad. Yeah, it is.
How old is the person saying that's not that bad?
Oh, old.
They're always older, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're like, 10 years? What's 10 years? It's
Right.
nothing.
I had this lady the other day. and unbelievable. I work at a place where the smartest minds in the world, and I was like, yeah, just go ahead and hit the enter key. And she goes like this,
She's like scanning really intensely back and forth.
and I'm like, the enter key, it hasn't moved in like I don't know, 30 years.
Have you seen a typewriter?
Do you know English?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
still in the same
begins with an E.
place.
Unbelievable. I just was like, I walked back in the office and they were like, "What's wrong?" I go, "I don't know. I question life today." And I said, I asked the lady to hit the enter key, and she had to look on the keyboard to see where that was at.
Actually, I want to know, how long did it take before you started pointing at it? Like, you were like, it's here, it's here.
No,
it's right.
I watched her look, and I was like, there. You know?
And she's like, oh, silly
There.
me.
And I know that sounds like uber, like nerd, anal.
No,
it's
no,
the
no,
enter key. It's not, like, I could say the space bar, and she'd be like, I don't know which one that is. What?
She's like, there's no stars on any of this. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, yeah. But yeah, it's kind of the same. There are certain phrases that'll set you off. Any job. Everyone has their job where they're like, they wake up and they're, I'm sure there's a guy at McDonald's, when I worked at Pizza Hut, and I worked at Pizza Hut at Domino's, and there was things that just really irked the shit out of me there.
What was the Domino's ones?
When people ask for a Supreme Pizza. Because I was like, that's Pizza Hut. I got fired for that. No, I didn't get fired. I quit there. Yeah. I was like, we have the combination pizza. What's that? The same thing.
But use the right name.
No, the thing that really irked me out there is like, people would be like, what's your address? Well, it's over here. And then you'd look it up and you're like, well, you're outside the limits. Well, you delivered here last time. I'll fucking come out. I'll come out myself. Yeah.
You liar.
I like the fact that they're vague about it. It's like, well, it's,
I had a guy
it's
one
around
time
this
that was
street,
like,
this street.
can you
No big
just
deal.
deliver it to the street on the corner and I'll be under the street light? And I was like, no.
You're like, that sounds like a horrible idea.
That sounds like a murder situation. A robbery situation.
I don't like getting robbed.
Right. There was always some
Sounds like me
weird
ending up
shit.
on Unsolved Mysteries.
People would always ask us to deliver beer, and then you tell them that's against the law, they'd be like shocked about it.
No, seriously.
I'm like, you know how much money a beer and pizza delivery service would make if that was legal? I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm excited Uber delivers food now,
No, right?
Yeah,
it's
And you're like, what? It's like $3-4 more? Nah, whatever, I don't care. I like pita pit. Whatever, I'll eat it.
Pita Pit.
Or whatever, Billy
I
Billy orders
how much Pita
Grubhub
Pit is making
McDonald's
right now with the new Uber thing.
He's Uber ordered McDonald's.
Have you really?
Yeah. That's a thing.
That means like the Uber's more expensive than the meal, probably.
You're
Y'all, I'll have the cheeseburger.
No, just order off the dollar menu.
All the dollar menu stuff. It's like $3.
$3 chicken dollars.
but
I don't have a lot of money,
McDonald's.
but
$3 chicken sandwiches.
don't forget the barbecue sauce. All right.
The only time I've eaten McDonald's was because it came with toys.
And even then, you have regrets. The toys
Yeah,
are amazing.
right? They're not that great. Yeah.
Did you eat the food?
No.
Oh, that's only reasonable.
You eat food out of the trash, but McDonald's.
But McDonald's is too much.
I'm sorry.
I think that's a new motto for McDonald's.
Yeah.
We're not out of the trash.
Yeah.
We're still not the worst thing you can eat.
I still want to
We
make.
won't
I
give
still
you
want
botulism.
to. I still want to make that YouTube series, and it's all about like the guy named Ron McDonald, and he's just like because I always have this idea that I can go into McDonald's, I'll be all, these nuggets are disgusting. I want Ron's ass out here right now, and I want to talk to him. And he's in the back just counting money, smoking.
Oh, did you hear about the guy who was like robbing McDonald's?
What?
There was a guy who was robbing McDonald's, and he was coming through the roof.
Oh wow!
But what was great about it was the fact that all McDonald's were built exactly the same way, or were
Oh.
built the exact same floor plan. So he
wow.
kept doing it again and again and again in different cities, because he earned it because he did the work.
He did his research.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're all built along the same
Weird.
floor plan. So therefore, like if you know exactly where the safe is and you can drill through the roof, then you're
Smart.
I used for fun when I was like a teenager. I used to like to break into people's houses.
like you do.
Huh?
And
We'll come back to this, Smiley. We're going to come back to
Is
this.
this over 7 years ago? I just want to know.
No,
You say yes, Smiley. Say this is over 7 years ago.
Yes, it was.
There we go. Okay.
We've passed the,
Statute of limitations
there
is
you
now
go.
in fact. Please
Yeah.
go ahead, Smiley, with the conversation.
But yeah, if you notice that like the same places have the same floor plans.
Yeah.
Like if you figured out how to get into one, you figured out how to get in any
Sure.
of them.
You
And
mean
it was-
houses or what?
And it was always the freaking skylights.
Really? It was always the skylight.
Why are you
That
training
makes
people to
sense.
do this?
Did you bring a
Well-
ladder with you? Did you bring like one of those?
No, I'm a ninja.
I believe that. I
Did
believe
you use a
you.
rope?
No, you
You just climbed on down?
you climb up into the building,
Okay.
and then you open the skylight, and then you
Drop down?
drop down
How do you get
You-
back out?
through
Oh,
the
through the
door.
Through the front door.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I just thought you. No. Honestly, I thought like you had to
That's
go
what I
out
like
the way
about
you
John
came
Morgan.
in because
and then he's
that's
like,
rude.
And then how did you get out? And he's like,
I-
through the front door. He's like, oh, like John Morgan's not going to rob your house.
No, totally. I'm not. I don't have the skill set, frankly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rob your house either. I just like breaking into it.
You'd have a hard.
Wow.
You'd be attacked by cats quickly
All right.
anyway.
Cats like me.
he's like they walk in. He's watching TV. He's all so.
What's up, man?
He's watching Trigun.
So how long did you rob houses? Like how many years?
No, I never actually robbed
Or
houses.
how many times?
How many-
I beg your pardon, sir. How long did you break into houses?
Right, breaking and entering.
How long did you B&E?
Uh,
How many years?
Yesterday.
12 to 4.
Ages 12 to
16, 4 years.
Okay.
12
Wait.
to 16.
12 to 16 years. And like
No,
well-
12 to 16. So 4 years.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Robin
And then I got a
stealing.
job.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. You were like, this can't be lucrative.
You're like,
This
you're
can't
like
be
I got
lucrative at all.
I got to work 36 hours. I don't have time to.
I don't have time
yeah.
for hobbies.
No,
Yeah.
hobbies are. They always go down once you get a real job.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I got to work like 45 hours a week.
So how often did you break
Bullshit.
into houses? Like once every 2 weeks? Once every 3 weeks?
Every day.
What
where I
part
could
of breaking
find
into
it.
houses
Every
did
three.
you hate? I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
What was your best? What was the best part of breaking into houses?
What part did you not
Getting
like?
into the
What's the
house.
stereotype
What
you don't?
what was the worst part of getting breaking into houses?
None.
None. It was always. It was all golden. It was all clean.
The fact you might get shot. That could
I
be the worst
guess
part.
like if I ever got caught, but I never did.
No, I didn't get shot. Died of
Yeah,
botulism.
you just go in, like
Age 42.
go in the house, wander around, rummage around strangers' belongings, and then leave.
Underwear drawer?
Yeah. What was the weirdest thing you found, Smiley?
I wasn't really paying attention. It was really all about rummaging.
You're all
around
about the experience,
strangers.
living
Yeah.
in the moment.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Just
Look, the lights are off.
playing raffles.
Shh, they're all sleeping.
I'm
All right.
just gonna move their underwear drawer down
Yeah.
here now.
Oh wow.
Oh, see, I could see that.
All right, we've probably went way too far. I want to eat. Let's listen to some music.
I know you're gonna spoil my biography.
Yeah, we're gonna.
No, this was
yeah.
actually just a taste, people.
This is Taste of
Of
James.
the biography of
coming
James
out.
Smiley, Esquire.
Go ahead and
Be
pre-order.
sure, if you even if it's volume 1, it's worth it. I assure you.
I'm not.
Pre-order
worth
at
it.
Borders Books.
You don't need to say
Is
wait
that
to
still
the
a
end
thing?
for
Is
it
that
to
still a
get
thing?
good.
Borders. Is that still there?
Borders. Yeah, go to Borders.
You could probably go on Amazon and type in things, but it's not on there yet. So.
Oh, harass my biologer.
Biologer.
Or
Biographer.
biographer, whatever. Yes, thank you.
Chum Chum.
Not your autobiographer.
My biologer.
You
Yeah.
don't need to work that hard. Harass Smiley's biology, please.
Yes.
Which is a good time for Smiley.
Good
Definitely.
times.
Her name is Leah Berry,
Ooh.
and
Very.
Here's where you'll find her on Facebook. No, I'm just kidding.
The
Just kidding.
following address is.
I wanna thank you guys for doing the show with me here at Road to Riches. We've got another night of craziness. Hopefully the Porta Johns will not be a factor.
They're always
hopefully
a
won't
factor.
have to poop again.
Well,
Hopefully
you
I'm
know,
done. Hopefully I'm done for the rest.
I'm just gonna run with my pants down spraying. You know? The old pay and spray, I think is what they call it. But we have a food truck here. I want to thank Monk's Corner Tap
The
Room, Monk
delicious
Sale,
Monk Sale.
for the great beer that they gave us. Yeah, I mean, you guys have anything from here? Add us on Facebook.com/10drink. 10drink.com. Piece of Pie is a food truck that's here. Yeah. Yeah. Don't hit a deer when you're driving out here.
Do
like
not.
Billy did.
Do not hit the deer.
He really that sounds
They're
something
one
made up.
down
He
already.
really did hit a deer. It smashed out the driver's side of his windshield.
That deer's
So.
fine.
The deer lived.
I understand.
The deer lived.
Reports are the deer is fine and with his
fine
family now.
and complaining
Doing well.
that
Doing
he's
well.
not getting serviced at the hospital. Yeah.
Resting up.
Resting up. I want
He'll
to
take
thank
a
you
few
guys.
days off work. He'll be fine.
Thank you guys for listening. Thanks, John Morgan, for answering questions about being a nurse.
Thanks
Yeah.
thanks to James Smiley for always being James Smiley.
Yeah, for being a fucking crazy maniac. We're reporting live here from Road to Riches,
You should definitely come next year.
Raymond,
if
New
you're listening to this and you
Mexico.
haven't gone.
But don't fucking park anywhere near us.
But don't park near 10 Drigman. It's not worth it. And don't bring your dog. No dog.
It's John Morgan's second year. It's Smiley's third year.
This is my fourth.
My second.
Fourth year. Okay. So we're gonna have. I'm gonna try to get some more video. We've got some video already. Get some more video from Road to Riches and add that to this, like at the end or the beginning, somewhere in this whole video thing. But yeah, try to do a little bit more than we've done in the past. Thank you guys for listening. We're definitely gonna drink tonight. You should drink as well. But always remember, never get too drunk to jerk. 10drinkminimum.com.